Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and you remember the movie Jaws? Just when you thought that their promo, I remember as a kid, the promo for the Jaws movie was just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. But here, just when you thought we could not uncover any more damning videos about this whole SEC and Ethereum versus Ripple, XRP, and the crypto industry debacle, we go and do this, okay? Just strap in because it's coming. All right, so first I want to show you this. Jeremy Hogan, the attorney, has weighed in. Ripple argues that the deliberative process privilege does not apply to any of the SEC's documents it does not want Ripple to obtain because the SEC itself has never deliberated about policy regarding digital assets. Hinman was only deliberating for himself, not the SEC. And then he goes on here. In order to protect a document by deliberative privilege, the SEC has to have deliberated about a position. But per the SEC, only individual staff have ever actually taken any position on crypto. So how can you claim deliberative privilege when you've never deliberated? And then there's this from Jeremy Hogan. There was a legal analysis. He's retweeting one of Leonidas's tweets. Leonidas says, a legal analysis of XRP, a memorandum by the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance circulated amongst certain SEC individuals on June 13th, the day before the Hinman free pass speech. Okay, and then Jeremy Hogan says, there was a legal analysis of XRP by the SEC in 2018, which analysis can be only one of three things. One, XRP is not a security, enough said. Two, XRP is maybe a security, and this enhances the fair notice. He says it's the fair notice defense gold, okay? Then three, XRP is a security. If so, why try so hard to hide the analysis? Exactly. Jeremy Hogan is over the target. Now, Stuart Alderati, I believe yesterday, let me see what today's date is, Yesterday, he says Senator Toomey asked for feedback on crypto and blockchain laws. Here's Ripple's response. Encourage innovation, sandboxes for crypto, increased public-private collaboration, engagement and consideration by the Senate of existing legislative efforts. Two, it all comes back to clear regulatory frameworks that allow innovation to flourish. With consumer and market protections, we don't have clarity today in the U.S. despite those who insist on incorrectly suggesting otherwise. Thank you, Senator Toomey, for engaging with the industry. Now, folks, just when you thought we couldn't find anything else, I believe that Nancy, I don't even think I'm probably butchering her name, and Nancy, I apologize, but I think that Nancy is several things. First of all, I think that she's a truth teller. Nancy is a partner with the law firm Cooley. I think it's Cooley LLP. Nancy tells the truth, and Nancy doesn't seem to care what the SEC or anybody else thinks, and those are my kind of people. Because I believe Nancy comes from a good place. Here's what else I believe about Nancy. I believe that Nancy, in good faith, was a part of the venture capital working group that wrote the memo, the safe harbor memo that eventually became the Ethereum free pass and the Hinman speech. I believe we know she was a part of that. She was in the meetings with the SEC. But I don't believe that she really thought that this was only going to be to get Ethereum through and then slam the door. I think she was acting in good faith. And I think that because she's pissed off. She's pissed off at the SEC. Now, this video you're looking at here is Tokens as Compensation Panel, October 28th, 2018, about 4 months after the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass speech. Now remember, she was in the meetings. What else is interesting is you also have this lady right here on stage. She is a member of the blockchain team at Perkins Coie. Okay, and if you remember, Lowell Ness is the guy from Port Perkins Coie that says he wrote the memo that eventually inspired the Bill Hinman speech. So this is one of his colleagues, and wait till you see what she says in these clips. Okay, so here we are, Texas Bitcoin Conference. I said, God bless Nancy Wotas, truth teller, partner at Cooley, member of the Venture Capital Working Group, who submitted the Safe Harbor memo to Bill Hinman. Wendy Moore, partner at Perkins Coie. Listen to this freaking clip.
What's interesting is I don't think Ether is decentralized. I think it's fully functional, but I don't think it's decentralized. But the chairman, the division director said it's decentralized. So, hey, look at the metrics for Ether. And, hey, you do a little better than that, hey.
Then why isn't Ripple?
Yeah, and I wonder if they would have said that 3 years back. I mean, now they came back and said Ether is not, it's not a security, but, it's now. How about 3 years back? Would they have the same answer?
There's no question. Ethereum violated the law in the SEC's view when it issued its tokens. He said that in the speech, even though consensus says, oh, no, that's not what he said. That's what he said. But then he said, look, the securities law is really, it doesn't add anything now because Ether is decentralized. Again, no. Yeah, exactly. So it's a long process.
So there you go. Well, she just backed up everything we've been saying, folks. Ethereum had an ICO, and the question, one of the many questions, is why did Bill Hinman and the SEC go to a microphone? Why did he do it and go to a microphone and say, "Oh yeah, you issued a security, but that was back then." And then they turn around and sue Ripple for things that happened back then when they didn't even have an ICO. It stinks to high heaven, always has, always will, until they resolve this. Now, but the important thing, I'm going to start it again. You need to see what this lady over here says. Listen to what she says.
What's interesting is I don't think Ether is decentralized. I think it's fully functional, but I don't think...
She's nodding her head. Yes, you're right. She's nodding her head. And then she says...
Decentralized, but the chairman, the division director said it's decentralized. So, hey, look at the metrics for Ether. And, hey, you do a little better than that, hey.
Then why isn't Ripple?
Yeah, and I wonder if they had...
So she's sitting there nodding her head, yes, that she agrees with what Nancy's saying, that Ethereum's not decentralized. And then she says, and so why is not Ripple? This woman is literally, let me show you. This woman, I went and screenshot, if I can grab it, I screenshot. This is her at Perkins Coie on their website, and that's Lowell Ness right below her. He's the guy that wrote the memo that gave Ethereum the free pass. And she's sitting here nodding her head in agreement that it's not even true. Ethereum's not decentralized. And then she says, what about Ripple? Why shouldn't Ripple? I mean, she's literally saying it. Why shouldn't Ripple be given a free pass? If you're going to give Ethereum, she's literally saying that. She says, why isn't Ripple? Those are her words. This is crazy what's going on, folks, and everybody knows it now. Then John Deaton weighed in, sent this to Charles Gasparino and his the lady that's working with him, Eleanor Tourette. The XRP community hasn't offered a conspiracy theory. We simply use the words from the people that were in the know. The XRPL as a network in 2018 and today is more decentralized than the Ether network. The people, the XRP ledger is not having to transition to XRP 2.0 because it's further along in decentralization than Ethereum is. Ethereum is having to centralize so that they can put teams together to put out Ethereum 2.0. This is a fraud. It's a sham, and everybody knows it. It's a sham. This whole thing is a sham, and anybody who goes along with continuing it is a sham, and everybody knows it. It's a sham. Okay? Now, keep going. I've got several clips of Nancy Wotas. You need to see them all because we keep asking the question on this channel, where's Bill Hinman's public calendar? Well, she is laying out for you not only what happened, how the Hinman free pass speech happened, but she's laying out for you some of the people that are on that public calendar that none of us are allowed to see.
At the time, the chairman got an invitation from Andreessen Horowitz to come speak to Andreessen about why Andreessen so strongly believes in the token economy. And at that point in time, the chairman asked Andreessen to form a small industry group to put proposals in front of the SEC that they could consider, because they were in an educational mode at that point in time. They put together a small group. It's Andreessen, Union Square Ventures, 3 law firms, Joe Grunfest from Stanford, Adam Sterling from Berkeley, and NVCA. In March of this year, we put together a safe harbor proposal talking about kind of 3 tranches of time where the securities laws could apply, and that we all agreed would apply. A second tranche where, it would apply in some situations, not others. And then in the third, the securities laws had no basis for intervening into this economy. We met with the commission, we met with various commissioners. We were told at that point in time, Division of Corporation Finance, who is really the policy-making division there in this arena, that, a couple years at least before they would even plan on doing anything like a safe harbor, they'd much rather consider perhaps isolated issues, which we could submit in the form of no action letters.
Okay, so there you go. And then there's this. We're not done yet. This clip, it reminds me of Tim Draper describing to Gary Gensler what the incumbents do to stop disruptive technologies. Listen to this.
To me, the biggest threat to this industry is third-party plaintiffs. The Ripple case is something that, you really have to watch. I mean, the lead plaintiff in that bought $2,000 worth of the tokens, held it for 10 days, and had a $200 loss. And he's the lead plaintiff on a multi-billion-dollar class action. And if that case is successful, I mean, it is the death knell to many, many token companies. But to me, the biggest threat to this industry.
Here's another one. I mean, she had some great clips. This one right here, they're talking about what happens to Stellar and these companies that created foundations thinking that might protect them in this securities. I think that's why a lot of them did it.
About what happens to all these blockchain projects like Stellar, Digibyte, that are all foundations, decentralized. What happens to that, or even a decentralized exchange like what they're building out in San Francisco with Stellar X?
In terms of foundations, do you mean the tax magic associated with being a foundation?
Yeah, but do those become securities as well, or are those cryptocurrencies?
Again, it goes to, are you fully functional or decentralized? You go through the same analysis. People thought that, hey, we'll have the issuing company, we'll form a foundation, and the problem is nobody wanted to actually give the foundation the independence that it needed. They wanted to control it.
And from a tax perspective, to have a good nonprofit, you do need to be giving up control. Exactly. And so even though Ethereum is a foundation, it's not a foundation in the same way that, say, Sovereign is.
So the SEC, on an investigation that we're defending, the SEC views that as one entity. And if there's enforcement action taken, they're going to go after both of them.
All right. So, and then we have this one. And this one I thought was really good. In this one, and remember, this is back in October of 2018, but not much has changed. So she's referring to the Jay Clayton administration, but in my opinion, the one that's in there now is even more aggressively trying to hurt crypto. So here, or let me rephrase that. I don't think that they're trying to hurt crypto. What I think they're trying to do is help their Wall Street buddies. I think that they're trying to corral all of this crypto stuff and send it to the white shoe boy firms and basically rake over the coals all the upstarts in the industry. That's what I think this is about. But listen to what Nancy Wotas says here. She lays it out about what's going on.
So So these documents have been sitting, or filings have been sitting with the SEC for over a year. If the policy is so damn clear, why is it taking so long for them to actually sign off on a token offering? Right now, we're in a regulatory quagmire, and I'm only talking SEC. We have the Commodity Trading Commission, we have the Department of Treasury, we have the Federal Trade Commission, we have the IRS. So right now, kind of a mess. I think until the SEC loses a couple of cases, that they're not going to do anything until they figure out how the courts are going to go. I have some optimism for the SEC. I think we have 2 new commissioners that are much more open-minded. We have a 3rd swing vote when we...
I think she's talking about my favorite commissioner, Robert Jackson.
With him in March, he was very much a supporter of crypto. 3 weeks later, after I imagine conversations with the chairman, suddenly he's saying crypto is, everything's a security. So I think he'll be a swing vote on some of these enforcement cases that will be coming up in the next, 90 days. So we'll see. Congress, it's kind of interesting. It's by party now. Democrats hate crypto. Everything's a fraud. Maxine Waters in California, the drug dealers, the gun runners, evidently they can't use USD, they can only use crypto. So
is that why we only started having a drug and gun problem in the last 8 years?
Evidently. Republicans have an open mind. There's legislation that we're trying to, and I know that's kind of but there may be some legislation introduced. I'm not hopeful that it will get enacted.
Okay, so there's that. Now, I wanted to bring something to everyone's attention because I don't think this is an accident. I said I've noticed what looks like bots are starting to appear under my posts with the same canned comments, and I'm not going to point to any because I haven't confirmed whether these are bots or not. But here's what I think is going on, because I've heard other influencers make comments about this. Anyway, so I've noticed that there's bots. They're starting to appear under my posts with the same canned comments. I think these are being initiated by someone who wants to be able to say that the XRP army is creating bots to discredit the substance of what's being presented. In other words, I think somebody out there wants to have a lot of bots underneath these posts so that they can point at us and say, see, you're delegitimized because your army's fake. It's just a bunch of bots. I think that's what this is about. So pay attention to that. I wanted to make sure I covered that. Now, this is an important thing, and I want to keep beating this drum. Okay? I want Bitcoin to succeed. I want Ripple to succeed. I want XRP to succeed. I want Consensus to succeed. I want Ethereum to succeed. I want the Ethereum Alliance to succeed. I want all of crypto to succeed. But I want it all to succeed on a level playing field. I don't want special treatment. I don't want the government agencies cozying up to certain players and not to others and leaving them out in the cold or slamming the door on others. That's not what we want. I don't want to be talking about this stuff. I don't want to show these videos. I don't want to show facts. I don't want to have to be doing all this. I want my channel to be about showing news in the crypto industry. That's what I've always wanted this channel to be about. We've been forced into defending a position that is nothing more than the truth. And so that's all any of us are here for. None of us, I don't want any of these players in this to be hurt. That's not what I'm about. That's not what this channel's about. That's not what the XRP army's about. At least not nobody that I want to affiliate with. I don't want to hurt anybody. I want to help the whole industry, and I want my children to grow up in a country where the way it used to be, where, hey son, work your ass off, outwork the other guy, you work your butt off, you get educated, and you do things that are smart and honest and good, and great things will happen for you. I do not want to tell my children, listen, because this is what I have to tell them now. Listen, son, work hard, get an education, but listen, this is a rigged game here, and you're going to have to go, you got to find out who the players in the game are that you need to affiliate yourself with so that you can survive, okay? Because there's a lot of bad guys out there, and there's some good guys, but the bad guys seem to be the ones that are making things happen. So you're going to have to, no, I don't want to tell my sons that. And I don't think anybody listening to my voice, I don't think Gary Gensler wants to tell his children that. I don't believe Gary Gensler, I don't believe that Gary Gensler or any of these people are bad people. It's not that. I believe that sometimes things evolve to a place that even the people that are in charge don't want them to evolve to. But there's an easy way for everybody to get out of this mess, and that's not my words. Nancy Wotas called it a mess. Everybody's calling it a mess. There's an easy way to get out of the mess is have a level playing field. Drop this silly lawsuit. Everybody knows it's garbage. Drop the lawsuit. Give XRP give everybody a safe harbor. Give Ethereum a safe harbor. Give XRP a safe harbor. And then let's put some common sense regulations together in Congress that can help this industry go forward so that we can lead the world in this with crypto. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment. Forgot to show you something. Anybody who's listening to my voice, this applies to. This is Purevpn. I have a virtual private network. If you're listening to my voice and you're buying crypto or anywhere involved in any of this, you have to have a virtual private network, folks, to protect yourself. And this is from Purevpn. Access to any crypto platform securely. Your secure access to online crypto trading platforms starts here, backed by state-of-the-art encryption. Evade regional limitation and restrictions. Well, I'm not trying to do that. Defend against MITM attacks. Leaves no digital traces of your identity. Dedicated IP to avoid getting banned from exchanges. I'm not trying to do that either. But anyway, you can try it for 99 cents. I think for 7 days you can try it for like 99 cents. That's a pretty awesome deal. This link will be in the top of the description of this video. And this is a big deal, folks. This having an antivirus and this, to me, are the most important things that you can have. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family, if you don't have a VPN, get one. And the link's in the top of this